Hello guys, and welcome to weekly outlook here on gold, the pound USD, the USDCAD, and the DXY. And simply this week, let's quickly start from the gold here on the daily time frame. Let's just look at what has happened in this past couple of weeks, and then we've seen price come over to this region to create more like a double top at this region here close to 1960, and then we had that bearish pull to the downside, and then we've seen price come back to a very critical region here now at 1820, 1830. Now basically based on price action, we could actually get a pullback to this region, potentially 1873, maybe for a retest, forming another double top around this region. This is what I mean. We could probably be anticipating this to this point, and then come back to break this region, the retest, and then we'll continue to the downside. That could be one. And then, but if we move over here over to the 4 hours time frame, and we can actually see that we've had a very strong dollar going forward, and then there's a possibility that price could actually use this as a strong resistance, whereby we could actually just reject this region of 1844 as the week begins, and then we'll go ahead to break this region it's created here, hereby giving us a pullback to this region and a continuation to the low. So two things I'm anticipating this week is, one, continuation to the downside, or if I get a break above this region, potentially we could just look for a counter trend trading, whereby we could buy to these regions and possibly these regions, or even retest these particular regions where we had that break to the downside majorly before we continue to the downside. All right, so basically this is what I might be anticipating going forward this week on gold. Over here on pound USD, my anticipation is quite similar to the gold. Here on the daily time frame, we could see price creating a double top here on this larger time frame perspective, and we've seen price started going to the downside, but we've not seen a new low, and this is actually the neck of that double top. So my anticipation is that price will actually continue to the downside for the week, but we could actually get a pullback a little bit. Let's see to the 4 hours time frame. Over here on the 4 hours time frame, yes, there's a possibility for price to actually come back to this region to give more like a head and shoulder pattern around this region, and then we could actually get that pull to the region. But first target for the week is 1850, and then the second target for the week is 1.1750, 1.1730 region for the week. Possibly we might not break this region this week, but if we get that huge volatility, then price might actually break this region and go to the downside. So for entries, possible plan for the week, I could actually say that GU could actually continue to the downside from here. Yes, it could go. You're getting that rejection already. So we might just look for entries around this region to continue to the downside. But any break of price above 120.50, then we might see price come a little bit to this region of 121.75 for final pickup of orders, or we could even say maybe at least to this region possible. Then we'll continue to the downside. So my plan for gold, for pound USD, is just probably a continuation to this region, a break of it, retest of it, and then we'll continue to the downside. First maybe 1.17 regions right there. So that's my plan for GU. Over here on USDCAD, you could already figure out that these pairs are all correlating because of the USD. So continuation of bull side is what I'm most looking at for USDCAD here. It's already clear. We had this week. This is a resistance. We had a break of it. Now we are retesting it. So the possibility here is just a continuation, a break of this region where it created a high around this region, a retest of it, and then we'll continue to the upside. This is my long-term target on USD card 136.50. For now, I'll be waiting for a break of these rejections. It's made at 135.10. I'll probably come back here to create a double bottom, and then we'll continue to the upside. I'm quite anticipating a good week of price action here on the market. So going forward for DXY, this is where I use confirmations and more like my additional reasons to enter into the market. So this is it. So we've seen price break through this strong we had this as support, we broke over, it came back as a retest of this became a resistance, then we couldn't continue to the downside, created a double bottom, and now we've broken above that resistance, now forming a support around this region. So my anticipation also, we also have this downward trend line being broken. So going forward, my anticipation is that we could actually continue to the upside, and if that happens, if continue to the upside, at least to retest 105 regions here, probably break it, retest and continue. But if that happens, then we could actually get a continuous downtrend here on gold, a continuous down movement here on pound USD, continuous up movement here on USDCAD. And if we get maybe, sorry about that, so that's basically what we have for the week. Maybe if we get a pullback or continuation, to the downside around this region, then we might just get that upward movement to these points, and then maybe an upward movement to these regions here before we continue to the downside. So that's my outlook for the week, and that's what I'll be anticipating going forward. My main pure best setup would be USDCAD. I'll be looking at to continue to the bull side here on the USDCAD. All right, I'll see you guys on Friday for the recap, and I hope you have a peaceful week and enjoy the week. Ciao.